In this video, we're going to look at some play action and boots and things that Ohio State's ran this year. I think that's got to be a big part of their game plan against Clemson. Obviously, they're going to key in on the run game after the big performance by Ohio State's run game against Northwestern. So I think this is going to be an element to get Justin Fields out on the edge, split the defense, and make those guys run and continue to just get first downs because Ohio State's going to have to control the ball. I don't think they want to get into a shootout with Clemson. But we'll look at a few different ways that they've ran some play action and misdirection this year. In this first play, it's an unbalanced set here for Ohio State. They actually have their tight end over here. Receiver on the ball, fullback, and here's the receiver that's off. He ends up coming in motion all the way across the field. They've got to go right there. He ends up running a wheel, and then this tailback gives a little bit of fake, and he rolls to the flats right there. And as you can see, as you play it a little bit, you can see Penn State actually rolls to a one-high look. They roll him into the box. They keep their safety backside. I think this is a tackle right here, so he's basically saying, hey, I got to man up on that guy, knowing that he's eligible. Once that guy lets him get all the way across the field, he's going to the wheel. He's going to taking a go right there, getting a little bit of a play fake right there. Not much, just really a power pass look right there. He's getting out front side. Right here with the wheel, you can see how it kind of gets open. This defender just holds just for a second, and you've got a receiver right there running the wheel. That linebacker has to take a pretty abrupt angle over the top, and that creates a lot of space right there for Justin Fields to throw the ball directly to him. Penn State does a pretty good job of actually trading this stuff off and getting man for a man. Right there, he's chasing there. That linebacker's chasing there. You can see this fullback right here. He seals, and then he goes to the flats late as an option. And obviously with Justin Fields, you've always got the option for Fields to run. But right here you can see there's a lot of space. So Justin Fields right there throws it to him, puts it on his body. Right there, kind of a back shoulder throw, knowing that he's going to have to go over the top. This Ohio State does a great job of getting their speed guys to different spots and to kind of get a little bit of window dressing right here to confuse the defense and get somebody free. They actually motion their wide receiver across. Obviously, they got a receiver here. They got their tight end fullback guy right there. And you can play it. You can see they're trying to get the man-to-man. He's a little bit lost even pre-snap. He rolls over that direction. And when that ball is snapped, you can see this receiver right here. He's coming to the flats. He's running a corner, so they have a smash concept right there. That tight end fullback's coming across. They're faking wide zone that direction and naked. When the ball snaps, you can see 38 here is not even really in a stance. He kind of pauses, and now he's getting into a stance, and by that time, this receiver is rolling all the way to the backside flats. And right there is the time that he reacts to it. There's been about 5 steps in the ground by that receiver, so he's got good momentum and he's going to outrun him to the spot. Justin Fields gets a lot of depth right there. He's all the way at 7-8 yards whenever he gets around. And then obviously his athleticism is going to make that DN try to squeeze and stay with him. Wide open guy right there for big play, and you can see what's coming from the backside. You've got this climb coming across. There's a corner right there with high angle, probably a one safety look. And if he gets over the top of them, that could obviously be the option, as well as running with quarterback. This play is very similar to the first one. As you can see right here, they bring their receiver in motion. He ends up going to the wheel. But if he comes in, he actually goes to the corner. And the flat actually comes from there. They fake the run, the outside zone, that direction, and get Justin Fields right there on the edge. And you can see this is played. He's widening out, knowing that he's going to have him man-to-man for whatever takes place. Here's the fullback coming all the way from the backside. This time faking away as opposed to a power pass type look, going to it and getting the running back out there to the flats. This time, obviously, we got the fullback going. They actually have their numbers there. This end should take the quarterback. He should take the fullback right there coming across. Right here, Justin Fields ends up slipping, and these guys just decide, hey, we're going to go try to tackle him, try to make a big play, get a name in the paper. Justin Fields does a great job of just being a playmaker like he is. Finds his balance right there and just dumps it down to the fullback for a big play. Is that something that they can live off of against Clemson? I don't think so, but obviously they struggled a little bit offensively against Northwestern, and I think that the misdirection and getting Justin Fields on the edge, giving him an opportunity to make plays like this is going to be key to that game. Here's another look for Ohio State dividing the defense. They're going to have a flat right there. They've got a go or a corner right there. They've got the climb, and I believe a post right there. All it is wide cross. Everybody thought Mike Leach, how many of those guys did it, but a bunch of teams have been doing it for a long time. Wing T guys do it all the time. And flat, vertical kind of smash concept over here. You got a climb, post, maybe a curl over there if you're sitting in the pocket. But we'll play it. They're in the pistol. Good play fake right there. Making it look like wide zone, outside zone that direction. You got the fullback coming across right there. Obviously, the outside backer should take that, and when that guy takes that, the climb right there, stair step that to create a little bit of space, and you can put that thing on. Justin Fields does right here on this play, but obviously you can see right there he obviously could run, and again that's the element that they're gonna have to bring in the playoff. This is somewhat of a confusing play to me. I don't know if it's play action, it's RPO or whatever it is, but as you play it, you see they're running a post and a wheel right here, and they're taking 3. For some reason, this linebacker, as you play it, his eyes are right here. And as that ball is faked and he's got that run action, he just starts dropping. I don't know what he's seeing or what he's thinking is happening. But right there with that run action, I would think he'd be stepping up, obviously knowing that safety and corner can switch off those routes right there on those 2 receivers. But he ends up just dropping for some reason. Gets out there, they take 3 for 2 right there. There's the guy in the flats. And the reason why I'm kind of unsure on whether it's RPO or what, but these guys are releasing downfield. By the time that ball is really thrown, those guys are 4 or 5 yards downfield. Gets the completion to that fullback at the line of scrimmage, so it's really not an issue. But if they would have thrown that thing downfield, it definitely could have been an issue. But right there, another way, maybe it's an RPO, maybe it's just a little play action. Whatever it is, they found a way to divide the defense, get a little misdirection, and get the ball in space. On this play, they end up faking the wide zone to the field. Kind of looks like Justin Fields thought this was going to be a power pass with the way that his action is. He's got the ball in his left hand, probably thinking the back's going that direction, but everybody else is running stretch that direction, and what they have is they've got a corner right there. This fullback tight end, he's going to slam, then he's released to the flats late, and they've got a climb right there across. And obviously they've got one of the best athletes in the country at quarterback. Right here, this linebacker that squeezes down, feels like it's a run threat right there, believes that's a down block. He's squeezing to C-gap for that to bend all the way back to him, that run. And then Justin Fields right there starts rolling. He actually points to this fullback that's leaking out late. There's a corner trying to get over the top of that corner, and there's the climb coming across. Right there with his hesitation, Fields sees he's literally got half of a field to run on a 2nd and 4, so I'm just going to use my athleticism, get the edge right there, and get a big play right there. And you can see they did have basically the routes were covered up, but then that extra element of one of the best athletes in the country at quarterback able to make a play right there and get a first down for Ohio State. And obviously that's one of those big elements that they used all year and in the past 2 years really. And hopefully they can use that with a little bit of success, keep their offense on the field against Clemson, and find a way to win.